Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? I do not know. I don't know if this is going to work. It has literally been a month. Oh, there we go. There we go. Broadcast started. I'm back in 100% blind. I'll know once I see chat. Hopefully, I don't even know if there's anybody in the chat. Oh my god. I don't know. YouTube might bury this live stream, honestly. Anyway, for people who see the VOD, I guess I'll do a little welcome in. It has been I think a month. I think over a month since I last streamed. Hope you are all doing well. Lots has happened in my personal life the last month, and there hasn't been a lot of like Path of Exile 2 stuff, which is what I primarily stream. Obviously, today there was a big Path of Exile 1 news drop. I'm blind on it. GGG decided to release this news an hour, 2 hours earlier than it usually is. So I decided I'm going to stay blind. I'm not going to watch any of it. And if I'm feeling up to it after the gym and after the kids are asleep, I am going to watch it. I'm going to have a drink. Hi, kitty. Hi, Zosha. I'm going to have a drink of water, maybe turn the stream on and give it a go. So here we are. Here we are. Well, I don't know about we. Oh my goodness, there's one person. Hello, Perkiro. What's going on, man? Hey, Eagles win PoE. What's happening, you guys? Yeah, I'm totally blind. I don't know what's... Well, okay. I know a little bit. One of my friends who does not play Path of Exile 1 texted me unwittingly, not knowing that I was not going to watch the reveal, texted me like, at, I don't know, what was it? Like 4 o'clock saying, dude, bro, WTF. And I was like, no. I'm trying to stay blind. I'm trying to stay pure so that maybe I can get all the latecomers and we can enjoy it all together. So no YouTube, no Twitch, no Twitter. My wife did get the drops for myself and her. Thank you, my beautiful wife. You are wonderful. Thank you. But I don't know anything. So I hope nobody in the chat spoils. Per hero, thank you for the prime. I appreciate it. My predictions. Okay. So infamously, about a month and a half ago now, I released a video called The Golden Age of PoE 1 is over. It's time for PoE 2, in which I predicted PoE 1 is not going to die, but it's never going to have that beautiful shine, that luster that it had during like Ritual League, right? With Maven introduced and all those crazy new additions, and that it would kind of start to fade because Grinding Games is really trying to do this like everybody is like inner working, you know, PoE 1 devs are working on PoE 2, PoE 2 devs are working on PoE 1, and if they're going to do that, what needs more attention right now? What will the devs at GGG constantly be pulled into do? Probably Path of Exile 2, because it is the more unfinished product. You know, more development effort is going to need to go there. Now, that all goes away. I think Ziggy D said in his interview with Blaze that they have a small PoE 1 team. So my guess is this is going to be the first league where we see the... What the heck? I don't know what these things are. Chuckles Doctor, thanks for the prime. We got a hype train. Thank you, guys. I think this league will be the first time we see the effects of the small PoE 1 team. My thoughts were that it was going to be very small in scope. We were going to get the Mirage League and quality of life changes, some balance shakeup. Obviously, like maybe we get all the Freesia ascendancies. Maybe we get like all 19 ascendancies. Obviously, they teased the scavenger for people who saw that a while back. But maybe we get double the ascendancy classes or something. But I think the scope of this league is probably small. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. My friends seem pretty pumped about it. So, all right. Hello. No one's here. Hey, Chuckles. What's happening, man? Hey, everybody in the chat. What's going on, you guys? What's going on? And there are still drops on Twitch. Okay, you guys. So, I think we're just going to get right into it. I don't want to stall anymore. I'm ready. Hey, what's going on, Grape? All right. We are indeed untainted. All right. Okay, one spoiler. Is the trailer in the content reveal? One spoiler. Anybody? Should I watch the trailer first? Or can I watch the reveal? It's in there. Okay, all right. All right. So we're just going to watch the content reveal. Ooh. Oh, maybe they added WSD. If they added WASD, that would be freaking huge. Huge. That'd draw a bunch of PoE 2 players, like, probably immediately. Maybe that's why he texted that. Maybe he'll play PoE 1 now. Okay. All right.
Hi.
Oh, Jonathan. I thought Jonathan would not be in the reveal, honestly. All right, let me make sure the audio levels are good for you guys. I don't want it to be too loud. Oh, yeah. By the way, everybody. So I have been gone. Mostly busy with just family. I am an uncle now. My brother had his first kid. My kids have been very, very busy with play dates and gymnastics, and now my oldest is like in this schooling thing that also involves the parents, and I'm going to church twice a week. We have church on Sundays, and we have a young couples group that we go to, which, by the way, freaking awesome. We played monikers last night, and just gonna say I absolutely killed it. So I'm doing a lot. I'm going to the gym 4 times a week. My bench, guys, my bench has already increased by 30%, and we are not even 3 months into the year. Not even 3 months into the year. My bench is this is gonna be a low bench. This is gonna be a low bench. Okay, so don't laugh at me. I'm up to 155, 12 reps, 3 sets of 12 reps on my bench. So pretty cool. I've got 1 plate on each side, you know, and a little bit of extra weight there. So that's been awesome. My squat has surpassed my bench, as people said. My deadlift has surpassed my bench. Doing a whole bunch of like niche exercises with my arms and my legs, you know, so pretty cool. Yo, Chuck, thanks for the 5 gifted subs, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you. And thanks for the 6 months. You guys are very kind. I know I've been bad. I know. I've been a bad content creator. I've been a very good family man, though. So, all right. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, but Diablo 2, guys. Okay. I get the hype. I totally get the hype. Guys, I beat Bao, or Act 5, 2-3 nights ago. I've been sending updates on Twitter, just like written updates. I'm going to make a video on it, but excellent game. I only got to Act 3 when I was a kid, like 6-7 years old. That wasn't even the meme. And I never got past that. And when I tried it again as an adult, it was so jank. I just didn't immerse myself into the gameplay and the controls, and I didn't take the time to learn how everything interacted. And once I sat down in this playthrough with Reign of the Warlock and really just learned what all the shortcuts were, how to manage flasks, all that stuff, way more fun. I see why people love it. Very fun. I'm going through on Nightmare now. 3 sets of 12 is good. Thank you, Love and Life. And this isn't like, you know, you guys can't even see me. Let me. This isn't like, you know, me leaning to the side at all, or like, you know, like juggle in the way. No, this is just straight. This is raw, just perfect form, because we all know form is the most important thing when it comes to lifting. So, wonder if I'll do the Uber bosses. I've only done them like a couple times. I think the last time I beat any Ubers, Crucible League, my Frost Blades Trickster. Yeah, I think it was Crucible League is the last time I beat Uber bosses. I don't know if I've done it. I did 1 Uber in Settlers of Kelger, but I didn't do any other Ubers. I usually don't push a character to that part of the game. I usually play 1 character and I get 36 or 40 challenges. That's it. I'll try again. Okay. So Ubers are still in the game? Ubers are still in the game? Confirmed? Okay. All right. I'm going to stop stalling. Let's go. Any final predictions? I don't think WASD is added. I think it's going to be a pretty small scope league, but it's going... Dude, Chuck, bro, thank you for the 10 community gifted subs. What the heck, man? What? My alerts are all screwed up. I don't know. I guess my stream broke, guys. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you. Jeez, man. That's very kind of you after me being a bad streamer. Yeah, I don't even know how to talk anymore, everybody. Yeah, I think small scope league. I don't think ground loot will be addressed. I'm guessing the breach tree has been nerfed into oblivion. Any other? I don't know. I'm just excited to see the new league because, guys, I've had some reflection. We're gonna yap a little bit longer. I've had some reflection time during my time off. And if you've been watching my YouTube videos or you watched my last set of YouTube videos that honestly they released like mid-January, the last ones that I'm referencing here, they were like hypercritical and they were critiquing parts about PoE 2 that Path of Exile 2 that I just don't find fun. And you know what I realized? I realized that I was trying too hard to be a critic. That I was like pushing myself to critique things because a lot of people like to see critique of the game. And you know what I realized, guys? And some of you guys aren't gonna like this. I don't think that's me. I just don't think I'm a critic. I think I'm just a dude who likes the game and just enjoys it. And if something's bad, it's bad. And if it's good, it's good. And if I have fun, I have fun. And if I have fun, I play. If I don't have fun, I don't play. I don't know if I want to like sit here and just, you know, talk about all the terrible things about the game. I think that really, really, really burns me out. Maybe I'm not the best person to do like dev interviews and the stuff, honestly, guys, because I don't know. I really felt like I was cornering myself into that, and I don't know if I want to do that anymore. Anyway, okay, let's have fun. So, yeah, I think that led to it because okay, a little bit more yapping. Yeah, I feel like, you know, you come here and you want to hear my opinion, and a lot of people want to hear my opinions on the bad parts of the game. You know, you get that constant feedback loop of, oh, this thing sucks about the game. What's your opinion? And I got to answer it and give my, and you know, I just want to chill and enjoy the game. And I don't know. I think that's a fine way to make videos and streams. I think plenty of people can do that. I think you guys enjoy that. So I think that's how my streams and videos are going to be. They're going to be, you know, focused on what I'm having fun with in the game and upcoming news. I guess I'm the hype guy. That's what I'm trying to say. Like sitting and being the hyper analytical critique guy is not me being the hype guy. That is me. This is my perfect time. So, okay. Hey, big guys, what's going on, man? Yeah, I've been gone. I gave my little rant about where I've been. Just a lot of family stuff, just very, very busy. And I don't want to like just put out noise if I don't have anything like to do or say. Although I bet a lot of you would have enjoyed seeing me play Diablo 2. It was really fun. I'm not gonna lie. Me figuring out everything and like listening to the story and watching the cinematics for the first time. Oh my gosh, Mephisto summoning Diablo. Oh, that was so sick. And that everybody always talks about Tristram and Rogue Encampment, and I've heard that music hundreds and hundreds of times. Nobody talks about Horrigoth or whatever the fortress is called in Act 5. That is like almost as good, if not better, than Tristram and Rogue Encampment. I sat there and I was just like, whoa, this is a good track. This is a good track. Oh, thank you, Chuck Jessup, man. Have a good night, man. Thanks for popping in. You're very kind, dude. So if PoE 2 is modern day Diablo 2, you went back to play Diablo 2, are you going to go back to play old Final Fantasy games now that you've played Expedition 33, since that is modern Final Fantasy? Maybe. I've seen playthroughs of FF10 through my favorite YouTuber, Wooden Potatoes. So I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. It's shocking how much some streamers play off stream when they're like 14-hour streamers. I think some of them are addicts. Okay, here's the crazy thing though. Guys, I beat Diablo 2 normal first time. I recorded everything. And there's AFK in about 9 hours? Is that fast? I don't know. 9 hours to beat Diablo 2. So I actually didn't spend that much time. It was across like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks of play. Friend of the Warlock. Anyways. Okay. Stalling over. We're going to watch. I might pause, though. Here we go. Here we go. We're blind. We're going in. Oh, here we go. All right. I did not expect to see Jonathan, actually.
I'm Jonathan Rogers from Grinding Gear Games. Welcome to GGG Live. Today we're going to show you an exclusive reveal of Path of Exile Mirage, which is coming out 1 week from now on March 6th. Twitch drops are enabled on today's live stream, so you'll be able to claim your Mirage weapon effect by following the instructions below. Now first things first, let's roll the trailer for Path of Exile Mirage.
The Jinn. They were bound to serve, but not to suffer. The Aphrodite is soft on lands, trapping my Jinn in an astral plane. Break their chains, rescue them, and you will be granted a wish.
Oh, bosses? Bosses? Sick? What skill is that? Is that Cirrus?
An ancient evil yearns for his freedom. We must keep him in the dark.
Oh, the music is so good. What in the world? What? Okay, it looks cool. The storm. We saw that. They're back? Zarok will be freed. Okay, wait a second. What the? What? 1 second. Oh, they're gonna explain it. What the heck was... What? Let me, one second.
An ancient...
Not this guy. Not this guy. What is this? Imbued gems? What? Support gems on your gem? Support gems in your gem? Supported by level 1 Cold Pen. Supported by level 1 Area of Effect. 7 links? That's interesting. Okay. What was the... Okay, the other thing that caught my eye. What? I didn't play it. Is that like Shaper chasing? What is this? Dude, didn't people hate this? Isn't this like the Shaper Elder stuff? This was like the original Atlas, right? It's back? All right. Okay. Memory vaults. Okay. We knew this. And much more. All right, let's do it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, guys. That was a hype trailer. Camille never misses. You know, sometimes, you know, GGG, people don't like the leagues. Camille never misses. Like Keepers, I loved Keepers, but it was the worst retention league of all time for PoE 1. I loved it, though. Maybe GGG feels they need to make a banger for this one. That looked like a lot of stuff.
In today's stream, we'll take you on a deep dive into Path of Exile Mirage, where you'll unravel ancient...
Endgame overhaul? This is the Path of Exile 1 stream, right? Not the Path of Exile 2 stream. I wasn't expecting that. What did they, like, remove T17 maps? Empowered rewards, new skill and support gems, Mirage League. Shaped regions. So that's they're literally bringing back the Shaper bubble chase? All right, guys. Okay. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. It is definitely bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Mysteries.
Oh, this looks pretty meaty.
Unlock new powerful rewards and become part of the eons-old story of the Winter Sekima. There are also significant in-game changes coming alongside Mirage, including a progression of the in-game storyline, a new Endgame Atlas system, and as always, new rewards to match.
A new Atlas?
After that, we want to talk about the slew of new Holy Templar skills and supports, as well as an additional ascendancy class option added to the Scion, which some of you may find familiar. Next, we'll cover our new supporter packs, and then lastly, have a live Q&A session, where Ziggy D will ask Path of Exile game director Mark, as well as game designer Octavian, your questions from Twitch chat. After the live stream, we'll drop the full patch notes at 11 AM NZT or 2 PM PST. So let's get started. I'll hand things over to Mark to introduce the new league.
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts, Game Director on Path of Exile. In Path of Exile Mirage, you'll be taking on the Overhaul, a sect of desert-dwelling necromancers who have lingered in the shadows for centuries.
Oh, they look cool.
They are outcasts of outcasts,
Path of
with
Exile 2
no
assets.
home or promised land. Instead, they seek their sovereignty through darker means. The Overhaul have captured the souls of Jinn throughout Rayclast. They are killing them, sapping their energies for purposes unknown. You must fight your way past the Overhaul's necromantic creations to find the captive Jinn.
Is that a bleed bow gladiator?
Here, Virashta, an ancient Marikith sorceress, has been doing what
Virashta?
she can to protect the Jinn. But
Like, as in disciple of Arashta? That's cool. I love how they're tying PoE 1 and PoE 2 together with lore. By the way, shout out to Kitten Cat Noodle, who works for Grinding Gear Games now. I'm not saying that all the cool lore being added to Path of Exile 1 and Path of Exile 2 now is because of her, but I bet she's definitely contributing.
she needs your help to free them. After successfully defeating them, you will then be asked by Virashta to enter the Astral Realm and break the tether trapping the Jinn there. This gate to the Astral Realm is a mirage,
So it's like a ritual
an
kind of.
imperfect copy of the area around the captured Jinn. Now, when we say an imperfect copy,
All the
we
same
mean
monsters?
that quite literally.
Like, is it
Hold
like
tight,
ritual?
because this league mechanic has some serious implications for juicing areas. We'll get to that in a moment.
Wait a second. Can you get double spawns of league mechanics? They're showing an essence right there. Like, if you clear an essence inside the initial area and then you go to the, I don't know, the mirrored realm. I didn't hear what he called it. I don't remember. Is there another essence? Oh boy.
Virashta can augment the magic of the Mirage further, as she allows you to enter, giving you the option to choose one of 3 wishes before you do so.
What is your desire?
These wishes are modifiers that will apply to the Mirage area, and have some pretty potent outcomes. There are wishes that grant extra rewards, such as the wish for glyphs, which causes
cool.
all portal and wisdom scrolls in the Mirage to instead drop as other currencies.
I love this UI. This is a cool looking UI. It looks really cool. I like this. So you get a choice of 3 every single time. Make your wish. Yeah, everything's going well, Built Not Bought. Thank you so much. I just took a little bit of a break from streaming and honestly making videos. Okay. So it's 3 every time, I presume.
Or wishes that will spawn rewarding enemies, such as the Wish for Avarice, which replaces a number of packs in the area with gilded enemies that convert their equipment drops to
Do they stack? There's like keys down here. I wonder if they like build in potency or something.
gold. And wishes that can grant you extreme power while inside the Mirage,
Ah, you can't
such
die.
as the Wish for Souls or the Wish for Godhood, which allow you to consume the souls of your enemies or make you completely unkillable, while within the Mirage, of course.
Right.
Each wish is also marked with the sigil of one of 3 powerful Jinn: the Sand Jinn, Fire Jinn,
Oh, it's just like the ascendancy. That's so cool. So cool. What's the girl's name? The ice one?
or Water Jinn.
Water Jinn. Navira. Yep.
Depending on the
That's cool.
sigil chosen, monsters within the affected Mirage will have a small chance to drop one of 3 new coin currencies: a coin of knowledge, coin of power,
Ooh. Oh, a new, okay. Oh, is this the implicit? The implicit thing that we saw? Corrupts a level 20 skill gem, imbuing it with a random strength support effect.
Or coin of skill.
Random.
Each of these coins can be used on a max leveled skill gem, corrupting it and augmenting it with a random support that matches the color of the coin used.
Oh, what?
Only one skill that is imbued this way.
Power creep! Power creep, you guys! But level 20 gems, guys? You're gonna want, I bet those are gonna actually go for some pretty pennies now.
Can be socketed into a given equipment item at a time.
Shoot, what?
Meaning,
what?
That is imbued this way can be socketed into a given
Only
equipment
one
item at a time.
Per equipment item.
Meaning you cannot have 2 imbued skill gems in your body armor, as an example.
Choose what you wish.
Okay.
That's one of the rewards, but let's get back to the area-to-area mechanic.
Okay.
Once you've made your choice of wish, enter the Mirage and fight your way through the monsters and astral hazards to find the tether holding the djinn. Shatter this chain to free the djinn, step by step weakening whatever dark plans the Ufarud may have for Rayclast. Wishes are not the only value a Mirage has to offer to an enterprising exile. As we mentioned earlier,
Hey, Fat Pandolf, what's going on? Thanks for the sub, bro. I'm back.
Mirages are an imperfect copy of the area the djinn occupies in Rayclast.
It is. I was right. I called it. So it replicates League mechanics. Is it every League mechanic? Or is it some?
And it will copy almost anything.
Almost
as long
anything.
as it's within the domain of the djinn. Mirages created from an endgame map, for instance, will have all Scarab, Atlas, and map modifiers the area had. Mirages created next to a strongbox will have a new strongbox ready for you to open.
A new strongbox. Okay.
Blights can be defended again.
Oh, no. No blight.
Legions fought once more.
Okay.
And so on.
Okay.
Effectively, you get a portion of your map to play a second time.
That's cool.
And everything you did to enhance the content of that map applies in the Mirage too.
With the wish modifier.
These recreated copies of League mechanics, however, have been warped into reality by the power of the Mirage. And this has some side effects. For one, a recreation may not be perfect. The factions of a Legion may differ from the one the Mirage copied. Or the variety of strongboxes may change. More importantly, the mechanic may be empowered, with new threats and rewards that are customized to each mechanic and are only available when doing that mechanic in the Mirage.
What?
For example, ultimatums recreated in Mirages will have new threatening modifiers added to the usual pool. Restless Ground can raise slain enemies to fight again, or Quicksand will grasp at your ankles.
Oh, no.
As a reward for these new threats, Mirage ultimatums can provide the new Sinistral or Dextral catalysts. These catalyze jewelry with increased effect of either prefix or suffix modifiers.
They're just making us stronger. Oh, how are the patch notes, guys? Did they nerf people into oblivion?
As you can imagine, there's a lot of potential here.
Yeah.
Another example is that Kalgurin ore recreated in the Mirage
Yo, what the heck is that? That looks so sick.
has a chance to be replaced by a thaumaturgic hourglass, a powerful magical device that your Kalgurin friends can mine in order to obtain vast quantities of thaumaturgic dust. Blight encounters recreated in Mirages have one of their lanes replaced by Ufarud enemies, infested with blight.
That's cool.
This lane can reward a new base type,
Oh.
the Cord Belt. The implicit of this belt allows it to be anointed, causing it to grant a passive tree notable of your choosing.
Stygian Vices on Suicide Watch. 100%. Will I actually not use a Stygian Vice? Unless I'm using like a unique belt? That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Can you still anoint your amulet? Or can you only like wear like this anoint? No, you can probably still anoint your amulet. That's stupid of me.
As a quick note, Imprisoned Jinn will generally be near the content they can empower in the Mirages.
What the? Thank you for the gifted memberships. What? Thank you. Guys, chill. I know I haven't streamed for a while. I will stream. Guys, I just was taking a break. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Who did that? D Baron Von V, thanks for the gifted memberships, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So you don't need to worry too much about getting lucky with where your content generates in an area. As the campaign doesn't generally contain too much additional League content for the Mirages to empower, we've gone and added a whole bunch that will force spawn near the Jinn. So your campaign experience will double down on being more action-packed and rewarding. Now, of course, if you're traveling through Mirages, encountering new enemies, and slaying them, you can expect to find some new uniques.
All right, are they good? Are they cool uniques? Let's hope for some cool melee weapons. I saw that great sword. Two-handed sword. Come on.
The Ufarood are not only torturers, but thieves, and have over the centuries stolen away priceless Maraketh artifacts. Using their powers of rot and disease, they have twisted these items to suit their own purposes. Flesh Render is one such artifact, an ancient and exquisite Maraketh blade that has been tarnished and befouled.
Whoa.
Its rusted and jagged edge is perfect for poisoning and withering your enemies. However, Varashta has in her command the power to restore these once lost Maraketh treasures to their former glory. Acquiring a coin of restoration by slaying monsters in Mirages allows any unique obtained from the Ufarood to be transformed into its Maraketh counterpart, its glorious original form. Flesh Render, for example, transforms into Sky Sunder, the original Maraketh blade that radiates with the glowing heat of the desert sun. When you ignite monsters, Sky Sunder reflects that ignite back to you, which proliferates to nearby enemies in a massive area. If you meddle with the affairs of the Ufarood for too long, though, you may draw the ire of the Mirage League's new endgame boss, Suresh of the Weeping Black. Suresh also has a set of powerful, exclusive items. Yours for the taking, if you're able to defeat him.
Yes, that arena looks pretty sick. Hey, Deads, I've been doing great, man. I've been doing great. I just haven't been able to hop on stream. I played through Diablo 2. That's cool. That's a cool belt. Level 56?
So that's the Mirage League.
That's a pretty cool league. That's a big league. Whoa, we are only 11 minutes. All right. Maybe it's a big league. They must have had their PoE 1 only team must have been freaking busting their butts.
Now, to face all the new evils, you might want some righteous skills, some holy skills. In 3.28, you'll have access to a slew of new options to bring divine devastation and return the faithless to their rightful graves. We're also introducing some supports to go with them, as well as some new transfigured gems. Let's go over a few examples. With Holy Hammers, you slam the ground to call down a Hammer of Justice from the sky. If this hits an enemy, an additional Holy Hammer will cascade forwards, which itself can further cascade, and so forth. Expending a power charge when using the skill will call down an additional 2 hammers, which can also cause cascading slams. The more numerous your foes, the more instruments of holy judgment.
Oh, that's sick.
Sweep is an old skill.
So it has,
in fact,
it has clear built into it. That's pretty cool.
It is so old.
That's a great skill. That's a good melee skill. Like they're like, how can we make melee? Let's build clear basically into the skill. Hey, could be my league starter. I like clear. Are they revamping sweep? GGG saw D4's Paladin and said, watch this. Holy crap, big guys, you're so right. D4's Paladin just came out. Dude, you're so right. They're definitely making up for lack of expansion in 1 year Settlers League. Yeah, you know, I know they said they don't necessarily pay attention to retention, but I think that they really wanted to make a good. I mean, that league looks sweet, and if there's an end game overhaul, is this like Secrets of the Atlas? Is it like gonna have a? There wasn't a second trailer. It's just the Mirage League. So I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not as big as pitched. But didn't Jonathan say new Atlas system? New Atlas. I just gotta watch. I just gotta watch.
That it's one of the very first skills ever implemented in Path of Exile, over 15 years ago. It's been long overdue for some attention. With 3.28, it has been reworked into Holy Sweep. This skill converts some of your physical damage to lightning, with shiny new effects to match. Some enemies struck by the initial sweep will have hammers of light batter them from above. These hammers cause area damage where they land, so clustered enemies are demolished by repeated impacts. When successfully hitting an enemy
These skills are like way cooler than that's pretty sweet. 6th skill.
with Holy Strike, you'll summon forth a floating holy armament, a glowing mace that follows you closely. These weapons are minions, and will attack with Holy Strike themselves whenever you do.
Yo!
These holy armaments will copy the stats of your main hand weapon to deal their damage. Stand against your foes with Shield of Light, a retaliation skill which will allow you to unleash a cone of holy light upon enemies after blocking a hit with your shield.
Don't like Retal skills.
Additional cones of light will also pour forth from your
Looks
nearby
cool, though.
allies when you hit with the skill, allowing you to recruit.
Man, if the animations were better for PoE 1. Oh, if only the animations were better, you guys. Oh, so these skills sound cool, but the animations are like, bleh. I mean, like the character animations, it just looks so, you know?
Your holy army to create purging light. Divine Blast emits a beam of holy light from your shield, coalescing into a hovering ball of energy. A few moments later, this unstable orb bursts, exploding outward with divine power.
Interesting.
Hallow supports melee attacks, causing them to inflict a new debuff, Hallowing Flame. Hallowing Flame builds up as charges on enemies, getting consumed when attacked. Consuming a stack of Hallowing Flame gives the attack that consumed it a significant amount of extra fire damage, but only those who did not inflict the Hallowing Flame
FPS looks
are
low.
able to consume it. Perfect for those of you who enjoy a more supportive playstyle with your army of Holy Sentinels. Or friends, when they're online. We've also added sources of this debuff to a number of other places, such as unique items, cluster jewels, and the Guardian Ascendancy class.
Guardian buffs?
We also have another batch of new transfigured gems,
Nice.
with many of these being variants for gems which previously had none. One example is the Shockwave Totem of Authority, which casts its higher damage dealing Nova at your location instead of its own.
Wow, that's cool.
You might
Did you guys know that totems are the most broken builds in Path of Exile 1? The best spell totems, best builds in PoE 1. Did you guys know that? I don't know if you knew that. I heard a guy say that before, that spell totems were the best builds in Path of Exile 1.
also enjoy Orb of Storms of Squalls. These storms warp directly to targets when you use lightning skills, and arc lightning upon doing so. This gives you a mobile storm of destruction
It's like Flicker
that
Strike,
follows you as you dive into battle.
kind of, but for spells.
We'll leave the rest of the transfigured skills for you to comb through in the patch notes. Speaking of the patch notes, as always, we love to shake up the meta. So we've done a bunch of balance adjustments to a few other things as well, such as a pass on Bloodline classes,
Okay.
expanded the passives available to the Templar section of the
I didn't even touch Bloodlines last league.
passive tree, and various improvements to existing holy themed skills such as Static Strike,
Static Strike is holy?
Holy Flame Totem,
What?
and Dominating Blow.
Oh, dominating blow buffs?
We're also doing our usual improvement to some of the least played ascendancy classes. This time with a focus on Guardian and Warden.
Local hole will be happy
Speaking
about
of
that.
ascendancies, let's talk about the Scion.
Okay.
And her new Reliquarian Ascendancy class.
The scavenger.
For those that have played the Legacy of Freesia events, this class will seem familiar. The Reliquarian is a learned Scion that has studied history at the Oriath Academy. She is a part of a secret society of Oriathans, dedicated to collecting and discerning the strange properties of unique items. All of her passive powers come from these unique items, found from throughout Rayclast. After ascending, first select the power of a unique armor.
Oh, that's cool.
Victario's influence increases the level of all your auras and gives them a much larger area of effect. Or instead, take Kilowava's Bluster, giving you a chance to have extreme elemental resistance against incoming hits.
This is a
Next,
very cool concept.
pick from a unique weapon power. Widow Hail greatly increases the bonuses gained from your quiver. Or Martyr's Teaching, which causes your minions' critical strike chance with attacks to be equal to your main hand weapons. Lastly, pick your Crown Jewel, a unique jewelry power. Astral Projector causes Nova spells to cast from enemies rather than from yourself. Or take Astramentus, simply giving you a huge boost to all your attributes.
Now, two things here. One, can you wear the unique items in addition to taking the node? Because I thought with the scavenger you couldn't do that, but I thought it was noted. And then two, they kind of make buffing or change it. It's weird because what if Astramentus gets changed, like that's also a change to this ascendancy class. So it's like a weird balancing act here. Diggler, thanks for the prime, bro. So like, I guess that I don't know, because I assume this is exactly what Astramentus and all those other do. I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, so it's an interesting one. And I wonder if they're like set on these. You know?
Due to all the ways you can mix and match unique powers, the Reliquarian has more flexibility in how you build it compared to any other Ascendancy class in the game.
True.
Our plan going forward is for the Reliquarian to not be a static Ascendancy class, and between each expansion, the unique
GGG 3-4 steps ahead of me. I didn't even. Okay. All right. Okay.
powers which are offered will change. If you don't like what she offers this expansion, hopefully she'll have the power of your favorite unique item in the next one.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
Time to move on to the endgame.
Oh boy, is Jonathan coming back?
With this
Nope.
expansion, we are aiming to liven up the endgame, giving players new experiences, strategies to leverage, and streamlining or removing the more frustrating tasks.
Okay. My friend was like, WTF, this is crazy. I haven't seen anything yet that is WTF. Let's see. Let's see what this new endgame is.
Extensive changes will be
No T-17s.
coming to the Atlas
That's my
and how
basic
you engage
prediction.
with maps, without interfering with the beloved core experience that has made mapping so successful.
In the last few endgame updates, you experienced Zana's story. How she helped defeat the Elder,
War for the Atlas.
tried to stop Exiles from going
Conquerors
mad
of
in the
the
Atlas, and faced new threats pouring forth
Echoes
from it.
of the Atlas. Siege of the Atlas.
In the most recent expansion,
Secrets
she
of the
eventually
Atlas.
realized that there was only one way forward, to destroy the Atlas. Zana's recent actions have now weakened the already strained and tattered edges of its realities, reshaping how we interact with the Atlas entirely.
Atlas regions? Are they just they're gonna bring back the greatest hits. I was not here 27 leagues ago. I started playing in 3.8, so I never experienced the Shaper Blobs. Actually, I could have experienced the Shaper Blobs, but I didn't get far enough in 3.8.
To explain how this changes your interactions with the Atlas, we first want to establish some context while having a bit of a trip down memory lane.
27 expansions ago, back in Path of Exile 3.1.0, the War for the Atlas, we had a mechanic on the Atlas where the Shaper and Elder were engaged in war. This manifested as influence regions on the Atlas that
Did people hate this? I always read about people just saying, this is the worst thing ever. We had to chase them and do specific map, blah, 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 blah.
Affected specific maps. The ever-changing influence regions made the Atlas feel more like a physically connected space, rather than just a fancy way of visualizing a checklist of completed maps.
So it was awful.
However, one of the main frustrations with this mechanic was that you constantly needed many different specific maps in order to manipulate the influenced regions.
Okay, so that's not going to happen again.
We realized we'd love to again have mechanics that manifest physically on your Atlas, but we'd have to address the issue of always needing those specific maps.
The first major change we'll be making to solve this is divorcing map items from specific areas. As an example, instead of having a Mesa map, you will now find, say, a Tier 10 map. To open a Mesa map now, just locate and select Mesa on your Atlas, put in your map item, click activate, and you're good to go. That Mesa may drop a Tier 11 map. You can then immediately return to your map device, which will default to the last map run, and then run it again. Or choose a new map to use it on. It's your choice.
Oh my god, people must have been bawling out over. They just must have been like freaking out over this. That's cool. Okay, so I'm guessing what? We like have to find all the maps first because we're not going to start with the ability to access every map. Hey, they kind of took PoE 2 Endgame a little bit, you know, not having the maps tied to the map item or the waystone item a little bit. That's crazy though. So what? So what? You like start at one part of the Atlas and you have to move your way through the Atlas and like you unlock the, kind of like you do now. Okay. That's interesting. That is a big change. That's a huge change to like the core of the Atlas though. This is what the? We have 12 more minutes of endgame changes?
This is one of the many benefits to this change, which is that if you're the type of player who enjoys chaining the same map over and over,
Oh, hey.
or the type
The unique maps are on the Atlas again.
of player who prefers to jump around, it is equally easy to do either strategy or even
What is that? Is that the ultimatum? What is that? I don't recognize that actually. Maybe it's something new.
switch between them at a moment's notice. For example, if one day you're farming burial chambers, hoping to eventually get a headhunter from divination cards, and
As
you
you do.
decide you need a change of rhythm, you can seamlessly swap to your boss farming Atlas tree and spam Mesa for peak boss killing efficiency. Up until now, this would have required having some Mesa maps stashed, setting all your favored maps to Mesa, or doing a whole bunch of trading. You'll also notice that the structure of the Atlas
That's
has
not the-
changed. If you
Oh,
haven't
that's the
played in
old
a while,
Atlas.
here's a look at it before and after.
Oh!
You
Oh!
will now begin at the
What?
center of the Atlas, with each
Oh my god, all the content is on the Atlas? I've wanted this forever. Oh my god, what is this? The synthesis maps, the shaper, the maven. Oh, sacred Oshabi. Oh my god. Oh, this is excellent. Oh my gosh.
corner housing one of 4 Voidstone slots. In addition,
Four?
all content
Four?
accessed from your map
Not
device
3?
now exists physically on the Atlas, so you can see everything available in the endgame as you reveal the Fog of War.
Oh, that's good.
This also means that all unique maps are now present on the Atlas,
Right.
including some old favorites that are appearing for the first time.
Oh no, no.
Don't worry
No.
though, you don't need to complete Hall of Grandmasters every league.
Thank
You
you.
now gain 1 Atlas skill point per unique map
Hate
completed,
that map.
up to a maximum
Worst
of
map.
10. Given there are around 20 unique maps, you only need to complete the half you want, if you can get your hands on them. Note, you aren't losing any Atlas skill points. These have been moved to new places.
Nightmare maps.
And actually,
Those are 217s, aren't they? Is that more points? Interesting. Okay, okay.
You can get more than before.
I'm like peak reactor right now. If I let him talk for 2 more seconds, he says exactly what I'm asking.
Due to Zana's actions, Egan now has a new goal and is determined to stop Zana's destruction by making use of a mysterious new discovery.
Okay, so they add... That's just like tablets. They just add a league mechanic? That's kind of boring. It's just blight. Like, it just adds the thing to your map. I mean, that's done by the tree.
Arcane astrolabes. Zana is currently traversing the threads that weave the Atlas together, severing them. With these new astrolabes, Egan is able to trace her movement, but using them causes dangerous side effects. When you use an astrolabe on a map on the Atlas, a shaped region will manifest itself in that quadrant, affecting many of the maps within it.
Oh, that's a sexy effect.
There are many different kinds of astrolabes, and they apply different types of shaped regions.
Oh, they have okay, so there's like one okay, so it's like a hidden thing. It doesn't say that. It just says it adds a thing. So it'll add the mechanic, and then it'll add an extra modifier to the maps in the region too. 47% more currency. That's a lot of extra currency. Holy crap. Whoa.
For example, an abyssal region, which causes all the maps to have an additional abyss.
Right.
Or a blighted region.
It looks so good.
Which adds a blight encounter.
Look at that effect. Oh my god.
Completing the content added by the astrolabe will remove the shaped region's influence from that map. Upon doing so, every other map remaining in the shaped region will gain an additional modifier. This means as you progress through the shaped region, maps you run will become more and more intense.
Auto juice? Oh, thank goodness for an Elkin Go player like myself.
With the relevant mechanic getting more and more juiced.
Holy crap. I would never run this blight. That's cool. I thought it was just like adding the mechanic to your... That's pretty cool, guys. That's pretty awesome.
Finally, at the end of the region of maps, once you have successfully rid the Atlas of the shaped region, Egan will take you to one of 4 memory vaults, where there are powerful rewards to be had. He cares only for the knowledge hidden within that vault, so any items are yours for the taking.
Okay.
Each vault is associated with a specific quadrant on the Atlas, so you're able to target a certain vault if you're wanting to try get a specific type of reward.
Okay.
One such vault is the Archon's Vault, where you'll be rewarded with powerful unique items. Or the Zealot's Vault, to acquire valuable currency items.
Okay.
This new shaped region system is one that promotes running many different maps. But for
I just want to run Mesa. I only want to run Toxic Sewer. I only want to do Strand. Well, you can't. They thought ahead. Look at that. GGG a step ahead. Very smart. So someone can just spam the same map and still get it buffed, and it's just completing the other stabilized map. That's very, very cool.
Players that want to engage with this new system while still wanting to run the same map over and over again, the synthesized stability keystone on the Atlas tree enables exactly that.
It's not for me, but I know a lot of people love that.
We thought it would be also good to mention some handy tips and tricks for quickly navigating the new Atlas. When
Diablo 2 needs this. Because, oh my goodness, was Diablo 2 jank AF until I learned some of the shortcuts in that game. Oh my god.
Using the map device, the Atlas defaults to your previously run map. So
That's
running
cool.
the same map over and over is as few clicks as possible.
Wow.
You can right-click unique maps or map fragments in your inventory to automatically open your Atlas to that location with the map already placed and ready to run. When you select a special area that requires multiple items, such as to fight at Zeri or open the Domain of Timeless Conflict, if you have the fragments to access that in your inventory, it will automatically...
I hate this change. It was a skill check. Arranging the fragments in the map device. We've all been there. Putting in the wrong order to fight Cirrus or the Shaper, or yes, especially at Zeri. Because, come on, do these actually look like they all flow together properly? Come on. Come on. GGG adding too many quality of life changes here. Need some more friction. L change. The only L change I have seen thus far. I'm being 70% sarcastic. Only 70% sarcastic.
add them to the map device in the right spot. That's the core of the new endgame. But there's a lot more endgame changes coming in 3.28. Let's blast through them.
What? There's more? I am not Chris Wilson in disguise. Come on, guys.
Over the last few expansions, we've been working on streamlining the mapping experience. And we wanted to continue to minimize busy...
is watching.
God is watching indeed. Aaron, welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for the raid, Aaron. I really appreciate it, bro. Have not streamed in literally a month. I'm blind on the PoE reveal. I thought it was going to be a small expansion. I thought the scope was going to be like really tight. And it looks like they decided to not do that. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Do you want to know what they say? No, I'm 26 minutes in. I'm shocked by the endgame overhaul. I was not expecting that. That's pretty awesome. So also, Aaron, I'm gonna get to give Last Epoch a go. My family is going on a trip to a state that is not in my state for 4 days on launch day. So I am definitely going to give Ellie a go again. See if I can actually, goblin mode it, as they say. Although I just beat Diablo 2 for the first time. So I'm really, really, really trying to expand my ARPG horizons. It was very fun. I have not played Dragonkin. I was going to play it. I was even going to talk to the devs about it. And then that all kind of fell through because I got really, really busy at the time. Octavian came in clutch. Oh yeah, Octavian was in the interview. I don't think I'll be able to watch the full Ziggy D interview or anything, but we can talk about it after. Anyway, thank you for the raid, Aaron. I need to see what the rest of these endgame changes are. Also, how do they not see that there's a problem here? I'm just, guys, it's the same in Path of Exile 2. This is, I just played Diablo 2, where I found 4 unique items my entire 9-hour playthrough, probably 25 rare items. And I don't know, maybe I'm just playing wrong, but man, it really felt like items mattered a lot more in Diablo 2. This is ridiculous.
Work, so you can spend more time doing what you love, killing monsters and getting loot.
Look at the screen! Look at the screen!
So you can spend more time doing what you love, killing monsters.
It's just, oh my gosh. Yeah, I just cleared normal. I just cleared normal on Diablo 2. Yep.
And getting loot. To that end, we've made a number of changes.
Ground loot
We
changes?
won't get into too much detail, but here's a quick summary of what you can expect to have received adjustment.
Guys!
We've removed cartographer's chisels and map device crafts entirely. The loss of content and loot here has been compensated.
I just saved at least, what, a couple days on my hand? No more clicking chisels? Oh, thank goodness.
For in other places. Voidstones now grant special global bonuses while socketed on your Atlas.
Oh, we're going back to Watchstones? Of the Conqueror's era? Okay. Eldritch just have a 25% chance to use an additional upside. Downside. Wow, they're all unique. Oh my goodness. What? Okay. Huh. Maps have 25% chance to have either Shaper or Elder influence when opened. Oh my goodness. So they are incentivizing certain regions. Interesting. With the Voidstone.
Including adding the new Originator Voidstone, which enables
Zana Pinnacle to get the Originator Voidstone? They haven't said anything.
specific Atlas bosses to drop exceptional supports. We'll elaborate more on that in the next section.
Supports. Oh yeah,
T17 maps, as you know it, have effectively been removed.
There you
The
go.
bosses have been kept around, and they better fulfill their original purpose of being a gateway to target farm Uber Pinnacle bosses.
Okay.
The most annoying modifiers on Originator maps have been removed or replaced. No more getting turned into a slug for simply using skills. And no more will you be incapable of dealing damage periodically.
I just never ran those.
Petal skills in Originator maps have been removed. However, some of their effects are now available from the altars and memory threads. Memory tears, instead of adding a memory thread to your Atlas, will now drop an itemized version of that thread, allowing you to save it for later or trade it at your leisure.
Okay.
We've added new scarabs, such as this Expedition Scarab of Infusion, which can generate some truly tempting logbooks.
Cool.
And for those of you looking to take on the ultimate one-on-one fight, the Anarchy Scarab of the Exceptional will place a true antagonist-level rogue exile threat in your map. Empowered by every type of Wildwood Wisp, possessed by a tormented spirit, augmented with rare monster modifiers, and affected by a shrine, this exile is not to be trifled
Have
with.
fun, guys. I will not be touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Alongside that, we've also changed some, such as the Beyond Scarab of Resurgence.
Okay, look at that flavor text, though. They hunger. D2 easy on normal. It was very easy. It was just fun. It wasn't hard. The only hard part was Duriel. Duriel was the only boss that I died 3 times. I died in the Maggot Lair in Act 2, and then I died twice to Duriel because I wasn't expecting Duriel to slow me. And Duriel slowed me, and then I also had no idea how corpses worked. So when I died for the first time in the Maggot Lair, I thought I lost all my items. You can see it in the footage. Like, I am legitimately, well, you can't see me, but you can see me die and respawn and start to walk through, and then I realize my entire inventory is empty. All my gold is gone, and I'm like, what the heck just happened? And I thought I lost everything. I thought I'd clicked the hardcore checkbox when I first started playing, and it wasn't until I got back to the place where I died and I recovered my corpse that I realized, oh, no, you have to go back and you have to recover your corpse. So when I fought Duriel, I died, like, on the opposite side of the arena. So when I was trying to recover my items, basically Duriel got a whole bunch of hits in before I recovered them. Then I recovered them and instantly like died again. Oh gosh, it was pretty funny. So, okay.
Which now causes all 3 Beyond bosses to appear when a Beyond boss would spawn in your map.
That's cool, but don't Beyond bosses not like drop anything good? It's only the corrupted currency, right?
On top of that, we've made improvements to
Oh, was Diablo 2 worth $40? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, if you have the money. If you have the money to spend, yeah, I thought it was very worth the time. And I'm going to play through it on Nightmare in Hell, or try to.
number of weak Atlas Tree passives, such as Pillage and Plunder, which now grants a
Oh, what a fractured veiled mod!
chance for items dropped by Syndicate members to have a Fractured Veiled mod.
What does that mean? Like, you can unveil a mod and it becomes fractured, or is it already veiled and fractured? Because there's a difference there. Like, if you get a choice of 3 mods that get fractured, or if it already chooses for you, like, interesting. Interesting.
Check out the new The Paths Not Taken Keystone, which means your maps on average will drop twice as many divination cards. But which ones can drop will be a mystery. And last, but not least, we've also made
Oh boy, did they remove? No, he just said we'd made. I was going to say, did they remove King's March? They didn't, no.
some changes to King's March shipping, such as we've swapped the rewards given by sending ore and crops. I wonder what
so
this
you
new
actually
port
have
will
to
send back.
do mechanics now?
Ports will now give more
Now,
rewards.
here, you guys are going to hear some craziness because I play Path of Exile. I did not engage with King's March at all last league. I played quite a bit. I played like 40 some hours. I did not touch King, but I just cannot do it. I know that it's optimal. I know that it's smart to do. I am not doing daily crap. I'm not doing the mappers where I have to log in, then I have to go get my mappers, and I have to make sure. No. I don't care that it's optimal. Not fun. Did not touch that crap. I probably won't touch it again. It is. Not for me. Not for me. This whole part. It's like heist. I totally avoid heist.
For favored resources, and you can even re-roll them for gold if they're not offering what you're after. Specific ports will now reward specific tattoos and rune
reroll's cool.
grafts, making it easier to target the ones you want. Not to mention, the Kalgurans have discovered several new powerful rune grafts for you to get your hands on, such as the Rune Graft of Fury, which causes you to gain rage on using a life flask, and the Rune Graft of Resurgence, which causes Arcane Surge to also grant life regeneration.
I like the first one.
We mentioned earlier about the Originator Voidstone.
What is this exceptional? Are they doing Awakened Gems, what, 3.4.0? Did we have, what was it? It was Awakened Gems? Is it still Awakened Gems? No, they swapped it. Didn't they change the name of Awakened Gems at one point? I don't know. Can't remember. I feel like they did. What, are they getting rid of Awakened Gems and replacing them with this?
Enabling access to exceptional supports.
Rune Graft is like a tattoo, but you can only have like one, and it replaces a notable. Or no, you can't only have one. It replaces a notable instead of a regular passive node on your tree.
So let's get into that, as there's a decent amount to cover. After defeating the incarnations of Fear, Neglect, and Dread, you will obtain the Originator Voidstone. As
Because
mentioned
there's no way they're going to have Awakened Gems and exceptional support. There's just no way. They're probably the same thing. Like they're reclassifying crap.
earlier, this Voidstone
why?
allows new
Why?
exceptional support gems to drop from many bosses across the Atlas. These new supports are an improvement over the old Awakened support system, which is
Some people say that I'm stupid. I'm not that stupid, okay? I'm not that smart, but I'm not that stupid either, okay?
being phased out.
Phased out, yep.
Awakened supports have long been a capstone investment for a character, but there's existed a gulf between the more interesting ones, such as Awakened Spell Cascade, which has some additional transformative effect, as opposed to some of the simpler Awakened supports, which just have slightly higher numerical values. Exceptional supports will all be transformative, serving as an additional late-game tool to customize your build around, and extending character customization and creation even later into a build's life. One of the goals here is to provide interesting build choices even at later levels and deep into the endgame.
Wait a second. They're not all graders? Oh, that's going to be freaking annoying, guys. So what? There's greater multi-strike support, cooldown recovery support. Why not greater cooldown recoveries?
To provide interesting build choices even at later levels and deep into the endgame. However, we are certainly not aiming to reduce top-end player power with these.
Wait a second! Wait a second! They have lore? They're lineage supports, aren't they? They're lineage support gems from PoE 2 and PoE 1. Look, I just noticed the lore on that one. Zana watched in awe as her father spoke. With each word, he seemed to grow larger and more frightening, drawing increasingly fervous responses from his rapt audience. Why is multi-strike? Is it because he slaps her? Like because he's an abusive parent? Why is this on greater multi-strike support?
Creation even later into a build's life. One of the goals here is to provide interesting build choices even at later levels and deep into the endgame.
Dude, I love that they're adding more lore. I'm sorry, I'm a lore nerd. The science is incomprehensible at best. Nearest I can tell, the Arcana exhibits a blast of wrath once it has been fully charged, and when directed at the Elder will force it to take on the form it held before it entered our dimension. Dude, that's sick.
However, we are certainly not aiming to reduce top-end player power with these changes.
How? There's no way top-end player power is being reduced with all the crap they just added to the game. Come on.
Exceptional supports will still be super strong.
Yeah.
If used well, they will catapult your character even further than before.
Heck yeah.
So, how many are there, and what exactly do they do?
Whoa.
There are over
That's chain support. I know that one. That's the only one I know.
40 new exceptional supports to discover, adding additional enticing drops to bosses that may otherwise have felt not as worthwhile to run, giving players...
It's lineage supports. They're adding boss drop. Let's go. I love lineage supports in PoE 2. Glad they're adding it to PoE 1 in a way.
extra
So cool.
reason to take on those challenges.
Heck yeah.
For instance, from the King in the Mists, we have the Hex Toad support. This support creates areas of swampy cursed ground, which spawns toads that bounce towards enemies and then explode, dealing chaos damage.
I'm sorry. We're adding this new exceptional support gem system. 40 plus gems. What's the first one we show off? I think it should be the Toad Bomb support. Okay? Ship it! Oh my god.
From the Uber Elder, we have the Void Storm support, which causes your raining attacks to create celestial storms of energy that grow over time, detonating as you approach for massive damage.
That's cool.
Defeating the incarnation of Neglect may win you the Frost Mage support. Similar to the existing Archmage support,
that's cool.
you are rewarded for stacking mana to enhance your spells with extraordinary cold damage.
I like that.
We'll tease some more of these before launch, but there will be many, many more for you to discover.
Yes.
Keepers of the Flame is coming back. However,
Rip Tree. Rip Tree. I'm ready. Tell it to me. Tell it to me. R.I.P. Genesis Tree. I know it's bad for the game, but I love it. I know it's bad for the game. It's just like how I love orange chicken. I know it's bad for me, but I love orange chicken. I just, I can't help it. All right. Here we go.
we do know that many players have issues with the walls in Hive encounters. In order to address these concerns, we'll be making a number of changes.
Okay.
One of the biggest problems is that walls would block your projectiles, meaning that when a hive randomly spawned in your map, it would make it harder to clear. In order to prevent that, walls and hive encounters will now be destroyed by any damage. But we also wanted to make sure we reduce the visual clutter they cause. Hives and their walls are now smaller.
Okay.
To allow players to
you
engage with
get
hive
them out
encounters
of
quicker
your
when they do want to help Aelith,
counters,
we've
though.
added a new Atlas passive which drastically increases the detonation area of unstable burrows, causing them to reliably chain react and destroy the majority of remaining walls. For those who don't want to deal with the walls at all, there's now a pair of keystones that allow you to block hive encounters or unstable breaches
Oh, there you go.
if you want.
Hey, Easy Stutters. Thanks for the 4 months, bro. You like cherry chicken? I've never had cherry chicken. Okay, so you can disable them. That's hilarious. They have granular levels of disabling the type of encounters. All right, I guess they do that with like Harvest and Legion.
Now that this is a core league, we don't want you to have to grow your Genesis tree from scratch on every league start.
Here we go.
So now, each womb gift slot is already usable by default, and access to the Monastery of the Keepers will be gained by finding Aelith starting in Act 6 Mudflats. Now with Atlas Tree and Scarab support,
What? Tree untouched? No. Oh, of course, Easy Stutters. Yeah, sorry I've been gone for so long. Just life is busy. I've been bad. They didn't change the tree, or it's all in the patch notes, isn't it? It's all in the patch notes.
You can have
Hi, Lilioni. What? Don't spoil anything for me, Lilioni. We're almost done. Nobody spoiled the entire time. Hat off to all of you. You guys have been great. We're like an hour into the stream and nobody has spoiled a word of the patch. You guys are freaking great.
multiple unstable breach encounters active in a single area for maximum ruckus. Speaking of Atlas Tree and Scarab support, we've added plenty. Here are a few examples. The massive...
Wait, no weapons from the tree. It's fine now? No way. No, don't take my perfect weapons away from me. Don't take my, like, Crucible League tier weapon that I got like an hour into the end game away from me. You cannot do it, GGG. Is that real? No weapons? That'd be a crazy change. And they don't even mention it in the video. That's hilarious.
Forces Atlas notable grants a chance to have additional unstable breaches in your maps. The Breach Scarab of the Marshal guarantees a breach boss or high fortress, while the Breach Scarab of the Incensed Swarm replaces all of Aelith's skills with Enrage the Hive, increasing the difficulty.
I will never do this unless it's required for challenges, which it probably will. I don't like this wave-based stuff. It's the same reason I don't like Blight.
And reward from Hive monsters in all subsequent waves. Graft items will no longer exist, but we've moved several of the graft skills to new exceptional supports, such as the Hiveborn support, which summons an army of breach minions to do your bidding when you use a supported offering skill. And the Foul Grasp support, which calls forth a field of grasping breach hands when you recall brands, exploding for heavy lightning damage when enemies approach them. We're looking forward to seeing how these improvements and additions are received, alongside a lot of what Keepers also has to offer. From the new bosses and their bloodline, through to the Genesis tree and its many different crafting options, like Foulborn uniques. Also with its new narrative, we look forward to extrapolating on all of this and learning more about Aelith, the Hiveborn, and its Breach Lords in the future.
Yo, that's so cool. Thank you, Mark.
That covers all the new content we're adding, and that was a lot. From a new in-game system, several new reward types, new ways to juice maps, all of which you can double up in the new Mirage League, and all that alongside a suite of new holy skills, a new ascendancy class,
that's a lot,
and an insane amount of new character customization in the endgame.
That is a lot.
However, an important part of Path of Exile expansions is making sure there is a continued effort to improve quality of life. So let's get into that now.
Did they already release all this?
You can now favorite trades on the currency exchange.
Okay.
This consists of selecting 2 currencies that you want to be able to trade between with a single click, and setting them as a favorite trade. Favorite trades will appear by default on opening the currency exchange, and will still auto-suggest a ratio based on recent trade data. A further improvement to the currency exchange is the ability to open and interact with your stash while you have the exchange window open. Now, when trading in a full set of divination cards, it will automatically be handed in to become the resultant item. If you then turn in another set immediately, the reward from the previous set will be transferred to your inventory directly, assuming there's enough free space to do so. Labyrinth font crafts that previously gave a random transfigured gem now allow you to choose which transfigured gem of that type you'd like to receive.
That's cool.
The asynchronous trade item sale history is now hoverable,
Heck yeah,
with full item descriptions of the sold item.
That was in PoE 2.
When using Divine Orbs, you can now tell exactly which modifiers can be randomized.
Love this.
The ritual icon will now glow if you've got significant unspent tribute in an area and all rituals are complete.
Issue.
And a pop-up will appear after the final ritual completion. Also on the topic of ritual, you can now quick use vessels on completed rituals. Have you ever tried to click a divine shrine surrounded by enemies and find it extremely difficult to click?
Yes,
well,
I have.
shrines now take priority over monsters when clicking in an area they overlap. Since 3.24, we've been looking to add new ways to improve the campaign experience, and 3.28 is no different.
Excited for this.
This patch, we've added over 20 landmark rooms throughout the campaign, scattered across all 10 acts. Some of these reward some pretty useful stuff, so keep an eye out for the new and unexpected rooms, side passages, chests, and encounters as you progress throughout Rayclast. We want
What if there's like a crazy campaign skip? I'm like skipping 2 or 3 zones or something wild like that. Wouldn't that be just the most crazy thing they could add?
most of these to be a surprise, but we'll show you just one. There is now a small central island in the Karui fortress, all inhabitants of which will drop a basic tattoo when slain.
That's cool.
Next up, we're going to be talking about our new supporter packs. Today, we're launching 2 new series of...
That's a giga patch. I thought it was going to be much smaller. I reckon people are pumped as all heck. All right, but we're going to watch these because I usually buy supporter packs because I'm a big GGG lover.
supporter packs.
But that's a huge patch. What? Let's see. Okay, actually, I don't see any reactions. Wow, YouTube is not giving me any reactions, actually. Just Ziggity's Q&A. It was about 2 hours. Okay. This is an expansion, not a regular. Why don't they have it named like freaking, I don't know, Shattering of the Atlas or something like that? Because usually for an Atlas shakeup this big, it would be called X of the Atlas. I'm shocked. Yeah, that's huge. This is huge. W to GGG. I don't know how they do this. How do they do this? I mean, now I expect, unless they really have ironed out the whole like split team thing already, which I don't know, maybe they have. Like the next PoE 2, so I don't know. Maybe they'll push it a little bit, but that is a dumb amount of content. I mean, that's why I really like GGG and why I've always like loved the company and why, even though I said, you know, I think PoE 1 is going to fade a little bit and PoE 2 is going to take the spotlight. PoE 1 goes nowhere. They do crap like this, and if they're doing it with like a smaller team of dedicated people who love Path of Exile 1, know Path of Exile 1 in and out, this game can literally get updated in perpetuity. They can just keep adding crap and revamping things and adding new ideas and stuff. Like, it's very cool. Very cool. This is the most positive I've been about PoE 1 in like 2 years. You got to watch the interview with Mark and Octavian to see how they did this. Oh, they go into it. They called an expansion several times, but yeah, it doesn't have a name change. Maybe just not yet revealed. Ziz was pumped. Haven't checked Darth. I'm sure Darth is pumped too. This means PoE 2 might get a matte update. I mean, I hope not. My guess is the swapping, and this is totally uninformed. My guess is, because, okay, you know how I was talking about at the beginning of the stream? How I, have my job, I have my family, my 2 kids, my wife. I want to make sure we like go on dates, spend lots of time together, watch movies, read books, blah, blah, blah. I exercise 4 times a week. I've been going to church regularly, and we have the church group, and I like to have a clean house, and I like to play games with my friends and see my friends. And then I also make content. It's the Bilbo saying, I'm like butter scraped across 2, what is it? Oh, shoot. I'm going to butcher it. What is it? Oh, I can't remember anything. Like butter scraped across too much bread or something. Well, butter and jelly. I don't know. Essentially, spread too thin. I think what they did was they finally split into 2 teams instead of doing this whole cross-functional stuff, because I have seen it play out in the workplace and it does not work. If you are working on like 5 completely unrelated projects and juggling several different roles, you are going to do a worse job on all those. If you dedicate yourself to 1 or 2 projects, 1 or 2 big picture things, you are going to knock it out of the park with those, especially if you have a small team. of people dedicated to this. So maybe they finally did that split. They're back to the split, and this is the first league where PoE 1 has a dedicated, small, agile team of devs who are able to develop it and do whatever the hell they want. And they're not, being pulled in for the PoE 2 emergencies. Game designers aren't being picked up, plopped into PoE 2 from PoE 1. I think that's my theory. So, okay, rant over. Honestly, most PoE 2 fans are just PoE 1 fans. It's not a whole new set of people. It's still just us. I think there's a lot of new PoE 2 fans. And I think a lot of PoE 1 fans really don't like PoE 2. I mean, I've still been, reading the forums and everything. A lot of PoE 1 people do not like Path of Exile 2. At least the vocal people online. It's all free. Well, I think I might buy a supporter pack, honestly. PoE still the GOAT. Arguably, it's Secrets 2, more Zana Aegon story. The interview is really good. Maybe I'll listen to it tomorrow. I probably can't watch the full interview tonight, you guys. Looks really good, but I'm not going to play. I'm so close to reaching level 100 in PoE 2 for the first time. We'll buy a supporter pack for sure. Yeah, because you can buy the PoE 1 supporter packs, play them in PoE 2. Nice on getting level 100, by the way. Using temple or no temple? Too much toast? Too thin? Watch the interview when I can. Are you going to watch the Q&A? I don't think I'm going to watch it. It's 2 hours. I'll look for some notes, and I'll look at the patch notes. It's pretty obvious. In the Q&A, they talk about that. I'm a PoE 1 fan. I don't like PoE 2. See, there's a lot of people who just like PoE 1 and not PoE 2. And I think vice versa. And then there are people like me, and I think plenty of you, who like both games. I do like both games. I see my guild. We don't like PoE 2. We still play every league. The love-hate relationship. A ton of new players. Just look at the numbers for launch on PoE 2. The numbers were triple what plays PoE. Yeah, they have dropped, but still they're quite high, obviously. And I think with 1.0, that's going to be kind of similar. All right, so I won't spoil it, but they specifically address the teams thing in the video. Oh, you can spoil that. Big Eyes, go ahead. I should watch the first section of the Q&A. Okay, maybe I'll watch the first section. Okay. All right. If Ziggy has it labeled, then I will watch it.
The Curator of Wisdom.
Yo, it's a wizard. Oh, I'm getting this one.
And Iron Incarcerator packs. Each tier contains the pack's full face value in points, alongside several exclusive.
I became a fan when PoE 2 launched. Now I love both games. Now I understand why people love grinding your game so much. They have so much respect for the players. I'm so pumped for the OGs to get a great patch. Yeah, it's going to be sweet. So yes, they have separate teams, and Path of Exile have new leads. There you go. There you go. And that's how you refute my claim, because they weren't doing this, and it really didn't seem like they're going in that direction. That the golden age of PoE 1 won't be over, but they can kind of both live, kind of like what 0 Point Flux said. They can, PoE 1 can have a renaissance, and they can both be, titans essentially again. That's what you got to do. I think the whole incestuous thing of mixing together the teams really harmed them. Because they are still, even though they're more similar than I would like, they are still fundamentally different games. That's awesome to hear. Octavian and Andrew are the PoE 1 lead. Octavian, that's pretty awesome. Octavian is the PoE. He what? So he took the reins and was like, yo, I got this. I'll do it. I'll be the one. I love PoE 1. Let's ride, Octavian and Andrew are basically leading the dedicated PoE 1 team. See? They cooked? Obviously? Okay. Obviously we haven't played it yet, but this looks great. This is so funny. Guys, it's like the freaking pendulum though. I am going to guess that everybody who was saying last league was total trash. They hated it. The game's in the worst spot ever, blah, 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 which a lot of people were. A lot of content creators were. I'm guessing they're saying, greatest league of all time. This is going to be the best league, the greatest league. I'm going to play this league forever. This is amazing. GGG's the best. It's the cycle, guys. It's the cycle that I don't know. I can't participate in the it's so over. We're so back. It's so over. We're so back. I just can't. Guys, I'm just too old for that. I have too much crap at work and my kids tire me. I can't do the cycle of it's so over, we're so back. It's been officially declared the best patch ever. Actually, some of them which I watched, they said the numbers are not that good. And there are way too many nerfs to beloved builds. Uh-oh. I haven't looked at the patch. I'm not a big numbers guy in the patch notes. I just, play whatever looks fun. You know what I kind of want to play? I kind of want to play Rage Vortex. I played that in Forbidden Sanctum. That was really fun. Anyway. My one big question for grinding your games is whether or not the goal is to further differentiate PoE 1 from PoE 2 or to bring them closer together. Guess we'll know when we... Yeah, Charles, man. Every time I ask that, it's a dodge. That's why I'm like almost... I don't know. I wish, by the way, Jung and Ziz interviewing the PoE 1 devs this coming week. What, Monday and Wednesday? Best of luck to them. I'm so freaking happy that they're doing a variety, like a diverse set of voices. You have Jung, who's the build mastermind, finds all the freaking broken... Thank you. Broken crap in the game, gets builds nerfed, does all these wild interactions. He's interviewing the devs. That's freaking awesome. With someone that I have not heard of before. I don't remember the guy's name, but they're like doing a duo interview. And then we have Ziz coming back and doing an interview as well. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Just need more people interviewing the devs. It's so good. It should not just be one person, two people, three people. I think a diverse set of people, every like league is really good. So there aren't actually that many skill balance changes. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, the whole difference between PoE 1, PoE 2, yeah, I don't know. They got to figure it out. Like I said, guys, I don't think I'm going to be critic anymore. I'm just going to enjoy. I got to be critical of so much crap at work. I just can't. I cannot come on here and just be like, this is the worst crap ever. I hate this. I'm not having fun. Well, if I'm not having fun, then I'm not going to play. Okay. Oh, Blaze. Yo, what's up, Blaze? What's going on, man? Thanks for the 9 months. I feel like the PoE 1 fans that get so angry about PoE 2 are somewhat jaded and forgot how spoiled we truly are for the past 10 years. Consistent high-quality updates and content additions 3 to 4 times a year is insane for a free game. It is. It is. It's a high volume of updates, and most of the time, it has been consistent quality. And if there's a miss of a patch, they come back in they used to come back in 3 to 4 months, and they'd release another one. Like, I remember Heist, I feel like was a very mispatched, but that's fine because right after Heist, was that Harvest? Was it Heist into Harvest? Because what, 3.9 was Delirium, was 3.10 Heist, and then it was 3.11 Harvest? I guess I don't quite remember. But like, it was always very consistent. Right. Hey, Automana, what's happening, man? I just had to take a little break. Play some Diablo 2. I finished Diablo 2 for the first time ever. I managed to stay blind on this whole reveal, so I got to watch it with all you guys. Do I share what I do for work? I am a director of paid media in the logistics industry in the United States. So I manage a whole team of people. I manage ads for a bunch of trucking carriers and all that good stuff. Plus I juggle 3 other hats at the company too. So, and I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. Not that we need to get into it. The United States, a little economy. It's a little it's a little volatile. It's a little stressful. Because I am also, I know you guys, I don't actually know if I talked about, my wife is a stay-at-home mom. She has been ever since our first daughter was born 3.5 years ago. So I am the sole income earner. So it is a lot on my shoulders. So, I come, man, I really needed to not do that. Oh, I come on here, and I just want to play games and talk about games that I'm excited about. And when I make videos, I want to make videos because I'm excited. When I made those news videos about what's upcoming in PoE 2, man, I loved sitting down and talking about that stuff. I thought that I liked making those PoE 2 quit moment videos By the end of it, I was like, I don't want to make any more videos. I hated that. Blah. So we hyped for 3.28. I thought it was going to be way smaller, Blaze. I'm pretty hyped. I mean, I was going to play it regardless. I thought it was going to be tighter. We talked about this. It looks like they finally put a dedicated PoE 1 team. And the game's already built out. They have all these tools in place. They have all these awesome ideas. So they just need to be intelligent about asset reuse, which they have done. Throw in some interesting new art assets, some awesome arenas by our friend Gray PP here, a new pinnacle boss, change up some existing mechanics, and voila, you got a banger of a league. It's exactly what they've done here. Probably like 20 devs, you know, just plodding away for 3 or 4 months, all in unison, making magic happen. That's probably what happened. So get her streaming. So get her streaming. Yeah. No. She's got a handful with our 2 girls. Okay. Yeah, it launches next week. Oh, logistics is insane. Yes, it's insane. Anyway, listening to Octavian talk about that was great. Yeah, I haven't watched the Q&A yet. So somebody said that my theory was correct, and Octavian is like the leader of PoE 1 now. He's the game designer, but he's basically the PoE 1 director. It's pretty freaking awesome. Player, content creator, QA, designer, director in role, but not a name yet. Awesome trajectory. Amazing for Octavian. He's also such a nice guy. Shout out to Octavian. Little personal tidbit. When Tiny Try flew out to LA 2 years ago, when I was at what? I was at like 18,000, 20K subs. Come into the hotel. Octavian knew who I was. I sat down with him in the lobby, freaking scared to talk to everybody. You got all like the big guns here. You got Gazzy, you got DM, you got Sis. And I sat down and I talked to with Octavian when he had only been at Grinding Your Games for a little bit. And he was so chill, so kind, you know, just chatting to me openly about Path of Exile too. It was a surreal moment. What a nice dude. What a nice dude. Okay, Octavian greater than Chris Wilson, though. I don't know if there's any need for comparison here. Very different roles. Chris Wilson engineered the whole game, ran the company, was the public face, did a lot of the marketing and initial design, and Octavian is now, he gets to perfect everything with years of knowledge. So, I think. Also, Chris Wilson, amazing YouTuber. His video on D2R was so good. Okay, let's look at the supporter packs. Will I buy any? Let's see.
Microtransactions. As always,
the
the
quality
microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic
There we go.
and
4K.
do not affect your character's power or progression in any way. The Curator of Wisdom series of supporter packs contains 7 exclusive microtransactions.
Is that a portal and wisdom?
The Traveling Wisdom back attachment has all the necessary tools you may require to chronicle your journey, complete with a helpful rat friend.
Oh, crap.
These chronicles will activate their magic upon identifying items, and will track the number of items identified of each rarity. Just hover the item, or link it in chat to show it off.
Okay.
The Acquired Wisdom unique finisher effect summons an ancient scroll that consumes unique enemies and the knowledge they hold.
That's cool.
Most Exiles would struggle carrying piles of scrolls while traveling Rayclast, but the Grand Curator of Wisdom armor set is perfect for the adventurous scholar.
It's clipping.
Any expert curator knows that scrolls hold more than just knowledge. They also hold power. As you cast spells, the scrolls attached to the armor will burn away, before rematerializing shortly after. It also features a series of helmet variations, so you can get precisely the look you're after. Summon your Scroll Shaper familiar pet to follow alongside you. This creature is formed from folded magical texts, and can shapeshift between different forms. You can think of this as having multiple pets in one. It can fold into a fox, and then even burn away, reforming into a flying bird. This
cool.
series of packs also contains the Scroll Portals, jumbo-sized versions of the Scroll of Wisdom and Portal Scroll that you can make a quick retreat through.
I think I need those.
A supreme catalogue of knowledge can't remain in one place for too long and risk being pillaged by
Dude.
thieves. The Titan Apex Hideout
He's alive?
features a colossal titan who carries your base of operations atop their shoulders, constantly moving through a boundless desert.
I don't know, C to the fourth. I think I might have been wrong. I think they actually pulled the trigger and they made a PoE 1 dedicated team with some visionaries on that team. It has not released yet. I have not, you know, we got to see. But I think I was wrong in that video. And I have no problem admitting that when I'm wrong, guys. So, but we'll see. We'll see.
The Iron Incarcerator pack also contains 6 exclusive microtransactions.
Are you kidding me?
The Incarcerator's Restraints back attachment features stockades that were used to immobilize prisoners by binding them to the earth as they were tortured for their wrongdoings. Shackles envelop your choice of torturing device when using the Chains of the Incarcerator weapon effect. These chains shatter into links as you batter enemies.
The animations are so
Make your way
janky
through Red Class as a
compared to
walking
PoE 2.
penitentiary,
Oh my god.
intimidating your enemies with the elite Iron Incarcerator armor set. After
alright.
a long day of tracking down criminals, step into the Iron Maiden portal to retreat to your torture chamber.
I like the
It
first one.
acts as a great deterrent for would-be intruders. This peculiar creature was a favorite amongst incarcerators. They would be sent into the midst of prison riots to mesmerize and control the toughest of minds. Use their talents to charm other players' pets, causing them to abandon their owners and follow in line behind you instead, at least until it wears off. What better way to execute prisoners when your torturing has depleted their value? Harvest their souls to fuel this map device, condemning them to eternal incarceration. Your kills within the map are also recorded based on the rarity of...
You can see Jonathan leaving soon? I can't. I think he's just going to focus on Path of Exile too. Honestly, guys, I wish that Jonathan wouldn't have sacrificed his vision of PoE 2 so soon. But he did. He actually gave in to a lot of the overwhelming initial feedback and completely changed what Path of Exile 2 was supposed to be. So... it was supposed to be, now that I've played Diablo 2, I see that it was supposed to be a lot more akin to a modern day Diablo 2. Far fewer mobs on screen, far less loot on the ground, more methodical combat, needing to pay attention to the monsters you're fighting. You do that, at least in normal Diablo 2. Okay, I don't know how it gets in hell and everything, but I think I'd pay more attention in D2 than Path of Exile 2, at least on my first playthrough, like in the campaign. I think that was the goal, but that has very much shifted in 02, 03, 04, and we'll see what happens with 05. So I think that's Jonathan giving way to a lot of the feedback and critique from the community, along with Mark and the rest of the GGG team.
of the monster. You can choose to pin an execution session that you're satisfied with on this miniature leaderboard.
I hate that this stuff is behind MTX. I don't have anything else besides that. I just hate that it's hidden behind MTX.
Which is displayed for all that dare enter your hideout. Additionally, all microtransactions from these supporter packs will be made available for use in Path of Exile 2. Thank you so much for your ongoing support.
Sick. That was it. Wow. Great league. Looks like supporter pack. I'll get that first supporter pack. That second one, there's no way I'm getting that second one. Very cool. Hey, try. My main fear with this league is the loot still being bad. Last league, the loot was horrible at the end game, and the currency drops only work out about 28% higher next league. Why did the currency? What do you? Oh, I assume you're. I haven't read the patch notes yet. What other currency drop patch notes? So yeah, I know the whole ground loot thing just blew up in the past week with the calandrification of PoE video. Excellent video by Snap, by the way. Love the way he put that together. Would love to see more of those essay style videos in the community. I know like Blaze does them. Would love to see more people doing it. Obviously, snaps blew up. I didn't see anything addressing ground loot in the game, so I think it's just going to be, unless the tree is giga nerfed, it's going to be like a lot of window rewards, you know? I think that's how it's going to be. Maybe next league it's addressed. Okay.
G'day.
So basically, you guys said Octavian and the dedicated PoE 1 team. Okay, we'll watch the first 5 minutes. Okay. Oh, ground loot. In-depth discussion. Okay, so I'm guessing it's not this patch. Maybe future patch? Maybe hotfix? I don't know. All right, I'd love to watch the beginning of this and see what they say about this.
Hey, Exiles, welcome back.
Want to see how close I was.
Joined by game director Mark Roberts and game designer
Oh,
Octavian to do our Q&A post-live stream discussion for an hour, 2 hour, 3 hours. We'll see where things take us, especially with us discussing things like ground loot, endgame, breach, King's March, balance. There's a lot to cover here.
I locked in here with you forever, Ziggy.
Yeah, that's good. Let's do it. And well, let's start off by
He's not crossing his legs.
just welcoming Octavian here to the show for the first time.
Hello.
And what brings you here with us today, Octavian?
This guy? I don't know. He's the one who said I should. No, I mean, I've been doing a lot. So we'll get into more details later, probably. But the teams between PoE 1 and PoE 2 have become a little bit more distinctly split as of late. You know, there's definitely still some people who jump back and forth, but myself, I work fully on PoE 1 at the moment. And I've been doing a lot of the design work on, you know, pretty much everything to do with the 3.28 expansion. You know, it's not just me. I'm working with a number of other designers, but I've had my hands in a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean, it represents a Path of Exile 1, like getting the team and resources that it needs to continue its development and like put out some spicy expansions every 4 months or something you're trying to do now. So it's a pretty exciting thing for PoE 1 fans.
I mean, it's a lot to take on for sure. And there's been some growing pains. We had our whole team was split and merged team, and now we're kind of splitting again, and we're kind of going all over the place. But honestly, what allowed us to do the split this time is Octavian and Andrew, who's not here, but hopefully maybe next time or in the future, we were thinking might get a bit too cozy on this couch.
We need a longer couch.
We'll figure that out. But yeah, with Octavian here, stepping up and seizing control and having that X factor design, which is something that I would say Jonathan and I have, and pretty much before I was going back and forth on the game so aggressively, and I was just like, holy, there's so much context switching going on. I didn't feel like I was giving enough time to each product, because I was so spread too thin, as they say, and all this. And so all of a sudden, with Octavian's, just let me do it. And so here's where we are. And it's this real awesome story where now, Path of Exile 1, obviously, you started by Chris, you got Jonathan, you got Eric, and obviously they started the project, they started grinding gear, and they had this, obviously they hadn't played the game before because the game was new, right? And so they're developing it and, release it and all this, and now you've got this thing where it's, where Jonathan's obviously still in the picture, but you got this thing where it's kind of like me with Octavian and Andrew, all three of us coming into the company as players.
I assume he's talking about Path of Exile 1. That was an interesting line.
Is through QA now getting to this point, and so a lot of what Octavian's getting is the story I got, and obviously I'm all for that because I got lucky and I'm happy about it and I love my job, and so I'm seeing this happen again. It's exciting, and it's bloody cool, while also makes things easier for me. I'm way less stressed about it. I'm way less spread too thin.
See? No, excellent. Finally, let's go. That's the way. Good for Mark, good for Octavian, good for Jonathan, good for GGG, and most importantly, good for all us, right, you guys? Right? Because we should reap the rewards of all that. That is awesome. The update looks sick. Now, I'm not a numbers guy, right? But I'd like to look through the patch notes. 1 sec, I have to sign into my PoE account. There we go. All right. Patch note time. Let's see. By the way, yeah, look at the flex. All of my 40 out of 40 challenges. I got 40 out of 40 in Sanctum. Oh, I guess I really loved Sanctum. Okay. Whoa, 24 out of 40 in Expedition. Rip. Okay. Where are the patch notes? There they are. Okay. I'm just going to skim through these. I'm going to take a look, guys. Let's see. Is there anything interesting? The new Mirage Challenge League includes a new set of 40 challenges. Earn pieces of the Orb Regalia armor set. It's an armor set, guys. Hope it's cool. Hope it's cool. Okay. All right. New Reliquarian, Coin of Knowledge, new skill gems they talked about, 13 new unique items, 8 new div cards. The most important line. Continue to incrementally improve the sound, art effects, and environments. Okay. Endgame changes. Let's see if there's anything that wasn't mentioned in the Q&A. Okay. Okay. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. All this is still the same. This is literally like the script. Certain locations will require special map items to access, such as unique maps, Shaper Guardian maps, Nightmare maps, Val Temple, and locations requiring map fragments rather than map items. Okay. Okay, favorite map system gone, right? Several of the effects. The Decade. Oh! Oh, wow. Wow, that makes getting this way faster. For me, at least. The Decayed Voidstone is now obtained from killing both the Shaper and the Elder separately. It can also still be obtained from defeating Uber Elder. That makes that way faster for me, personally. You now receive a Voidstone from killing both the Searing Exarch and Eater of Worlds instead of one from each. The extra Voidstone that this leaves is now obtained from killing the Incarnation of Dread. Okay. All right. Tier 17 maps are basically gone. They're Nightmare maps. Right. Okay. Oh, Uber bosses now require 4 fragments. Okay. All Maven invitations are now accessed through Kirak rather than some of them being quest items you place in your map device. Okay. Blessed orbs are now able to reroll the specific Conqueror inhabiting Conqueror maps or the specific Elder Guardian. Okay. Okay, that's good. Good. Good job thinking about it, GGG. Kirak no longer offers Atlas missions. Oh, wow. Okay. No more Kirak missions. RIP. Easy filling out of the Atlas, yeah? Scouting reports dead. So, yeah, so Dreamcore's video was right from a couple days ago. Cartographer's Chisel's dead. Okay. Oh, Maven's Chisels still exist. Wait. Chisels not... Wait, didn't they remove Chisels? Wait, I thought they removed Chisels. Did I misread something? Yeah, Dreamcore was 100% right, dude. Okay, so this is just applying to these new Chisels. Or these old Chisels, okay. Okay. Greatly reduce the amount of items dropped from explosive barrels in the fortress map. These barrels will now drop a comparable number of items to barrels in other maps. Oh. Oh, RIP. 3.28 felt like that they were testing out endgame stuff for PoE 2. Anyone else feel that? I don't think so. I don't think they're abandoning the Infinite Atlas. Nah. Something like this, though, like moving influence blaze would be pretty cool. Like corrupted zones working a little differently than they do now. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Guys, like Maybe I'm biased. Like I want the Infinite Atlas to work. I get it. Okay? I really do. I get that. This is beautiful to me. Maybe it's just because I've played PoE 1 for so long, but I just love this. I love, having this screen. I don't need to scroll anywhere. I don't need to put pins down. I don't need to go that direction, that direction, that direction, that direction. I don't know. I like this linear style, this simple style, and then building on top of it, layers and layers and layers on top of it. I like that. Aside from the core Atlas system, there's a lot of stuff that could work for PoE too, like the blobs, stuff like that, the astrolobes, and the like. Okay. Let's see, anything else that sticks out to me? No, Toxic Sewer! That was my map! That was my map last league. Oh, rip Toxic Sewer. Okay, no more longer map modifiers, no petrification, deal no damage, action speed reduction, mark for death, remove life, fifth impale, awakener's desolation, throw fewer traps, less movement, attack. Okay. Yeah, cool. Okay. Okay, a lot of Atlas passive tree changes. Numbers. Okay, here we go. Keepers, here we go. Let's see. Where's the nerfs? Uh-huh. All right. Fully grown. Graft blood is hive blood. Grafts can no longer be grown. Graft locker gone. Provisioning. Oh my gosh, there was a spoiler, chatter. Provisioning womb gifts can no longer grow weapon or quiver items on the Genesis tree. Ah! Ah! Oh, dang. Okay. All right, I see. RIP. Reduce the number of total points you can earn in each Genesis tree subtree. Several passives on the Genesis tree have been rebalanced to make the rewards more appropriate for a core league. Where are the numbers, GGG? Oh, they're not putting them on here. This is dead. They killed the tree. Come on. Let's just be real. Let's be real. Maybe it'll be on par with like ROG, from Expedition. More variance at endgame for the item level of items generated from growing equipment. Okay, so not as high level. And remove most sources of guaranteed item levels. Right, yep. Okay. High blood is shared across all characters. That's cool. Okay. All right. They weren't being very... What? Oh my gosh. Harbinger, remove the blue boys. Oh, the blue boys are gone, everyone. As turmoil grips the Atlas, the Harbingers appear to have departed Rayclass, leaving behind only a cryptic message. Oh, come on, GGG. What? While the beachhead lies quiet for now, perhaps one day they will return. Is that what this message means? That's in the Harbinger language that people have tried to decode. Oh no. Maybe they'll come back. Fracturing orbs and ancient drones are now able to drop as part of the core drop pool. Oh, we got some more exciting tanks. RB orbs gone. Okay. Hey, no more stupid fragments, pretty much. Heck yeah. Okay. Okay, we got Sellers of Kalgur changes. Okay, Bestiary. Nothing crazy that I see there. Okay, Betrayal. If that fled is getting some Foulborns. Okay. Cool. Delve. No real changes to Delve. Fusion doesn't sell cluster jewels or abyss jewels, forcing you to run Delirium and Abyss. A little more. Okay. I do hang on to my standard league characters. I always keep one character a league. The starting skill for the Templar is Holy Strike. Ah. Intelligence now inherently grants 1% increased max energy shield per 10, previously per 5. Energy shield nerf? What? All right, and then here's a whole bunch of number changes. I'm not a number bro. Not at all. Wait, all awakened support gems can no longer be obtained except for awakened Empower, Enlighten, and Enhance. Why not make those exceptional? Okay. All right. Oh, PoE's so funny, you guys. Oh, Path of Exile, so funny, everyone. Ascendancy changes. Guardian only 2 Warden change. You know, they're doing a lot of holy stuff. I don't think that oh, you just said Templar confirmed for 0.5. I don't think so. I don't think Templar is confirmed for 0.5. I think it's going to be Duelist or Marauder. I know they say they want swords ASAP or before 1.0, but maybe they're just not fully cooked. Okay, a bunch of bloodline changes, passive tree changes, unique item changes, a lot of number changes. Okay, here, currency items now account for a significantly larger portion of dropped items. More alteration orbs, baby. This changes to allow currency rewards from slaying of enemies to be more competitive with other sources in the game. Okay, so ground loot. Does not affect scrolls of wisdom or portal scrolls. Okay. Oh my god. The tree is dead. Lowered how much modifier tier rating is granted to rare items generated from Kingsmark shipping, Kingsmark mapping, gambling, and the Genesis tree. So that basically means that rare items are going to be much worse from those sources. Ground loot is back, baby. This patch made me more extra excited for 0.5. Oh yeah, I'm sure it's going to be great. I initially was like, oh my gosh, they just funneled a whole bunch of resources to PoE 1 for this league. But then we obviously learned that they just had the separate teams. So I think maybe they found the sweet spot. I'll watch that whole interview later. Ruthless specific changes. 1 monster change. Hilarious. UI changes. Did they already show all these? Yes. I think they did. Oh, thank goodness. These things don't show on the quest tracker. Oh, the King's Mark and Sanctum one. Okay. All right, sick, you guys. Okay. I'm not shocked over the nerfs to Tree and Kingsmark. I'm not either, bro. I was kind of expecting it to get gutted. There's part of the community, the ones who like external sites to do crafting, who felt that it was taking away from crafting. Yeah, I was expecting it to get gutted. I really liked it. But I'm one of the people who doesn't like external sites. I like saying I don't play the game nearly as much as those people. I love the Genesis tree. I play 40 hours and I feel like that's a lot of time to play. And you know, lots of the player base scoffs at me. Yeah. Any other spoilers? Mid-of? Yeah. Go for spoilers, because I'm not going to watch that interview tonight. Anybody have any other thoughts on on the patch? Is there like pathofexile.com/Mirage? It is. Okay. Any cool stuff here? Oh, I love these pages. I think it's going to be a great league, but I like the last one, so I'll be in the minority with you. Yeah, I like the last one too. I was not paying attention to the discourse around it until I was done, and I was shocked to see that people were not fans. A new harvest currency? Essence of Desolation. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. Yeah, wow. This is an interesting essence. It's been 2 years now since this was teased, but now people finally get to see we are fighting Zana. We're not fighting Zana. How am I reading that if you are completely blind? I don't get it. I see. I see. I was blind from spoilers. We're not fighting Zana. I wish there was more in-game help for prime mechanics in PoE 1. Me as well, man. Me as well. I have kind of bought into the theory that they just expect the community to make the tools now for PoE 1 and PoE 2. Because they really don't put a lot of explanations in game. They're doing a good job explaining it here, though, like out of game. And their presentation. Yeah, boots up to plus 50% MS, plus 6 to a gem in the level of the gem in a helmet. Yes, she is last boss. This causes the events of PoE 2 in the Atlas closure. Well, okay. I buy that, Midov, but we're not fighting her in this patch. We're not fighting her in this patch. Oh, this looks so dope. Oh, this looks so good. I'm so excited. Look at how good this is. I love the effects. Any new Eclipse support? +1 to level of supported skill gems. Plus 12% to quality of supported skill gems. Supports any skill gem, cannot support skills that don't come from gems. Blood-soaked banner support. Increased area of effect. Supportive banners inflict corrupted blood every second to enemies within their area. Ooh. Hextoad support, we saw that. I totally buy your theory, though. I think Zana's going to be like one of the big final endgame bosses. Eventually. Yeah. Sick patch, you guys. Oh, yeah, I'm going to download that press kit, too. All right, Blaze. Thanks, my man. I'll see you in game, man, because you're playing trade. So we'll be on the same server, man. I'll see you next week. Alrighty. All right, you guys. Yeah, not this patch, but in the future. No one believed me. Now there's proof. Wait, Midove. No one believed you? All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Here we go. Here we go. What does this say? What does this say? Talkative Try YouTube channel 4 years ago. It says Path of Exile lore theory, endgame boss Zana, and I used to say Kaisarius. I believe what I think I said it wrong. How did I say it? I don't even remember. I said it wrong, however I said it. But hey, I made that video 4 years ago. I am on the train with you, Madov. Totally on the train. All right, though, you guys. Yeah, can you believe that, dude? I totally believe you. 21 minutes I talked about that. But that was like a well-scripted out video. All right, you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning into this stream. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna peace out. Go see if my wife is done watching Bridgerton. Yeah, guys, I actually stream because my wife is watching Bridgerton, and I just cannot watch Bridgerton with her. I just can't do it. I can't get into that show. Anyways, thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully, I am able to start the league on time next week. We'll have to see. Work has been really busy, and if I do, I hope to see some of you guys here in the chat. I hope you enjoy the Path of Exile 1 League. If I'm not able to like catch you guys throughout, it was cool reacting to it. But yeah, if not, probably, I'll see what the next Path of Exile 2 update, because I go really, 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 really hard on those, you guys. Thanks so much for the awesome night. I'll chat with you later. Have a good one, guys. Peace. Good night. Stay sane.